An organization cannot build a good team of working professionals without good human resources. Recruitment and training, that is the importance of HRM. Performance appraisal, they design the criteria which is best suited for a specific job description. The more you work, the more you should get it. That's why the performance appraisal should be given. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to the next session, that is the session number 5. Now here you will understand about the importance of HRM. So I'll be giving you the first introduction of what exactly the HRM or the introduction is. An organization cannot build a good team of working professionals without good human resources. That means if you want to have a beautiful organization, if you want to have a growth in the organization, if you really want to survive in the market, what exactly you want? You want a very good human resources. And the key function of human resource management, that is HRM team, includes recruiting people. When I say recruiting people, what is that? Inviting people to face an interview. That is, you should actually invite people who are potential. They really want to work and they can show something that they can contribute something to the organization. This is only happening only when the team of HRM can check each and every person and they can actually bring the very good thing about that person in reality. So then you are supposed to train them. Performance appraisal should be given, motivating the employees, as well as the workplace communication should be very good. Then workplace safety should be there and much more. So human resource management is not just selecting or taking an interview. You are supposed to nurture them. You are supposed to show them what they are capable of. You are supposed to bring out the hidden talent in them, and you are supposed to take all the advantages of their potentiality. When I say take the advantage of their potentiality, that doesn't mean you are showing them the different kind of thing, that is you are manipulating and you are taking more work. It's not like that. It's like a healthy workplace should be given to them, and you are supposed to always encourage them and motivate them and always make them feel that they are capable of doing anything and everything. Say, I'll give you an example here of Microsoft and Apple. Now, when Microsoft was started by Bill Gates and Apple was started by three of the friends, say Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Robert Wayne. When they started this small company, they never knew that they will be the richest person in the entire world. But how did it happen? It only happened because they had good people. See, again, here you need to understand, a small company, when they started, they had good people, and that manipulated many of the other people to actually come and work so that they can get the work done efficiently and effectively. So here what happened is, this manipulation, sometimes it is good. Now there are many people like this, okay, small companies they actually wanted to build, but what happened, only because of good human resource management, they are now the top companies. One of the example I can also draw is Infosys. Narayan Murthy, when he did not have anything, even he did not have say 10,000 rupees, he actually borrowed from Sudha Murthy, and he had a beautiful team, that is a resource team, which was really good, and now where exactly they are. So that's why if any organization, if they want to build a very big organization, what is that you should have? It's not about the finance, it's not about the physical resource, it's not about anything, it's about all about good human resources. If you have good human resources, definitely success will definitely come and touch your feet. So today's topic is all about importance of HRM. We have divided into 5 of the category. One is recruitment and training, that is the importance of HRM. Performance appraisal, maintaining work atmosphere, managing disputes. The last one is developing public relation. See, public relation is very, very important. That is PR. Public relation is very, very important nowadays, right? So the first one here we have is recruitment and training. Now, recruitment means what I told you was inviting people, right? Now, training in the sense for a specific thing, you will give them the special knowledge or the skill knowledge. Now, this is one of the major responsibility of the human resource team. The HR managers comes up with plans and strategy for hiring the right kind of people, the right kind of people. To get a right kind of people, it is very, very difficult. They design the criteria which is best suited for a specific job description. Their other task related to recruitment includes formulating the obligation of an employee and the scope of task assigned to him or her. So what they do is when they invite people to face an interview, they'll just check what are the criteria of judging and why and how we will go with it. So when they go with all these questions, what happens is you will definitely get a potential candidate who can actually cut all these interview rounds and he can be selected. So that is why they go with a proper fixing. Next is based on these two factors, the contract of an employee with the company is prepared. When needed, they also provide training to the employees according to the requirement of the organization. So here I'll tell you, training is not compulsory. When I say training is not compulsory, please understand, will each and every employee of a company go through training? No. There are few people who will never go under training. But what really happens is training and development is actually a very beautiful journey in any organization because it will develop your career as well as you will get some extra knowledge. But it will be very expensive. So what happens is the managers will decide who should get training and who should not because too much of expenses it is. But whoever gets training, that means the company really wants them. That is what indirectly they'll tell you that you are the best. Next one we have is performance appraisal. Now, what exactly this performance appraisal is? Please understand, HRM encourages the people working in an organization, that is, they'll appreciate it, to work according to their potential and give them suggestions that can help them to bring about improvement in it. Next is the team communicates with the staff individually from time to time and provide all necessary information regarding their performance and also defines their respective roles. So this is very important. It's not just like one-way traffic where the employees will work more. It should also be the other way. That is, the more you work, the more you should get it. That's why the performance appraisal should be given. This is the beneficial as it enables them to form an outline of their anticipated goals in much clearer term and thereby helps them execute the goals with best possible efforts. And lastly, performance appraisal when taken on a regular basis motivate the employees. When the employer recognize the employees and they give the performance appraisal, now what the other employees feel is, even if we also work the way the other person have done it, even we'll also get the appreciation from the employer. So it's always a positive motivation. But sometimes I'll tell you what it is. The reality, let me tell you. Though you work properly, though you work hard, in the month of the salary increment time, what happens is 20 days before that, the managers, they'll do something or the other thing to make you little scared whether you will be there in the company or not. But the reality is you are the best, but they don't want to give more salary. That's why that 20 days before the increment, they'll actually be very, very strict with you. You may feel that they may fire you, but the reality is what? They want to retain you, but with the same salary. So it's a bad part, but what to do? Even the HR manager is also an employee of a company, right? So the HR managers always save the finance of the business. But here what happens is, if it is a gigantic business a business who goes with scientific management, they'll always appreciate the work of the employees and they give more. But there are few companies who are dependent on the finance and reserves and surplus. So what happens is they'll not go with more appreciation. Maintaining work atmosphere. See, this is very important, students. That is, whether it is he or she, the atmosphere in the company should be maintained properly. Now, this is the vital aspect of HRM because the performance of an individual in an organization is largely driven by the work atmosphere or work culture that prevails at the workplace. Now, see, example, a company where male dominants are there and there are, say, few female workers who really want to work more but they don't get the opportunity. There is always discrimination. Now, what happens is they don't feel like coming and working, but still only for the salary sake they should come and they should work. But what happens is the quality will drop. Say vice versa, right? If female dominancy is more and male dominancy is less, now what happens is there is also a work place which will be what? Imbalance. Kind of a thing I'll tell you here. If they start going with more of biased, more of casteism, more of, say, ragging the juniors, all these things, what happens is mentally the employees don't feel like coming and working in an organization. That's why the HR manager should always see to the grievances. He should always see what are the things which is happening, which is not proper. So all these things the HR manager should take into consideration and he should move the chariot. A good working condition is one of the benefits that the employees can expect from an efficient human resource team. So it is a fundamental duty of human resource team that they need to give a proper working place, working culture to be set in the organization. A safe, clean and healthy environment can bring out the best in an employee. See, when we are happy inside and outside, right, then we feel like working more. That is what it is. If physically we want to work but mentally we are disturbed, now what happens is we will not give our 100%. In the same way, mentally we are really good but physically the way the place is, we don't feel like working, again what happens is it's a flop. So that's why you should actually make sure that the employees, whoever come to the work, they should have a peaceful mind and they're supposed to work properly. So give them the workforce which is very clean and the environment should be maintained properly. When I say environment should be maintained properly, it is not cleaning the shelf or something. It's about the entire holistic environment where a person can happily come and he should feel that he should work more. That is what the atmosphere you are supposed to create for him. A friendly atmosphere gives the staff members job satisfaction as well. Now, you should always create a family kind of a behavior. But here what happens is in a corporate culture, if you go with a family kind of a behavior, some of the people, they can misuse the way the things are running. But there are few people who always feel that they should work more, not because of the salary, not because of the increment, not because of incentives, only because of that extra care or love which you show to those people. So here I'll tell you, there are n number of people who just work for that little respect, that little incentives, that little fringe benefits, that little care, that little guidelines. So all these things are what? It's one of the factors. That's why you should learn psychology and sociology. When you understand this, it's a combination of all disciplines. See, human resource management is a beautiful subject because you will understand about the heterogeneous behavior, and from the heterogeneous behavior you will make sure that you will convert them into homogeneous and get the work done with efficient culture. So these are the things a human resource manager does. Next one we have is managing disputes. See, this is what here you need to understand. When people are around, you will have disputes. You will have grievance. So as a HR manager, you should solve the disputes. You should not make the dispute more. You are supposed to always go with a solution, not with a problem. In an organization, there are several issues on which disputes may arise. between employees and the employers. Yes, when you understand about this word employer and employee, here is the HR manager. So HR manager is always a bridge between employer and employee. You can say conflicts are almost inevitable. In such a scenario, it is the human resource department which act as the consultant and mediator to sort out those issues in an effective manner. So they becomes the consultant or the mediator. They first hear the grievance of the employees, then they come up with suitable solution to sort them out. In other words, they take timely actions and prevent things from going out of hand. Please read about this Manesar plant, where Maruti Suzuki plant was there in a place called Manesar, where HR manager was burnt alive. Please understand this, right? Go research more about it. If you don't have any clue, you can give me a call. I'll tell you what exactly happened, and we can do a research, and we can also publish an article about what we felt about it, what could have been the consequences, what are the reality which made those act, and if we were in that place, what is the best action we would have taken. So these are the things that is, you need to always solve the disputes. You need to manage as well as you need to solve the disputes very fast. Developing public relation. This is the last importance of HRM, that is developing public relation. The responsibility of establishing good public relation lies into the HRM to a great extent. They organize business meetings, seminars, and various official gathering on behalf of the company in order to build up relationship with the other business sector. So this is what they act as a PR, that is public relation. Sometimes the HR department plays an active role in preparing the business and marketing plans for the organization too. It is not just we are concerned about human being, we are also concerned about the organization at large. Any organization without a proper setup of HRM is bound to suffer from serious problem while managing its regular activity. So human resource management is very important for a success of any organization. It is not just the marketing, sales, production, manufacturing. It is all about the human resource management team and the human resource department, which is very important. And now it is not the finance which act like the blood, it's the human resource management which act like the brain. So without a brain, whatever you do, it's nothing. So these are the things and the importance of human resource management. Hope you have understood this. If not, please do call us. We are always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.